Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're looking at creating a map inside Microsoft PowerPoint that actually plots some data. It's basically a map chart. So what we're going to do is start with a blank slide. Well, you could be working inside a presentation, but I just happen to have a single slide on the screen. Changing the layout to be blank, I'm going to insert and then I'm going here to chart and we're going to come down here to maps. I'm just going to click on that and click OK. And you're just going to wait while PowerPoint actually creates the chart for you. It comes with a selection of basic sort of default data, if you like, and then it's going to plot it on the chart. And what that's showing us right now is a number of different countries, and each one of them is colored a little bit differently. And the colors range from this dark blue to this light blue. Now, this is a series, a legend, but it's totally meaningless from any real data point of view. All it is they've used different numbers here, and so the countries are plotted in different colors. Australia is the darkest here. It's got plotted against number 12, which is the darkest of the legend data, and then the smaller ones, which are going to be things like Sweden here, are going to be much lighter. So that's just how this is going to work. But of course we want to be using our own data. So I have some data here which is support tickets per 1,000 customers for a number of countries in the Nordic region. So I'm going to select over my data, right click and copy it. I'm going to come back into PowerPoint, into this little mini spreadsheet here, select the topmost cell, right click and paste my data in. So this is my data, this is the leftover. I'm just going to delete the leftover. So what PowerPoint is now going to do is chart the data from my series of data that I've just pasted in. Now everything's looking pretty good. I'm just going to close this dialog. We need to make a few changes to the chart because it's going to make it a bit easy to read. You can see that instead of saying the world, we're seeing Europe and the Nordic regions up here, but there's a lot of empty space here. So what I want to do is just plot this area here. To do this, I'm just going to click on my chart, right click and choose Format Plot Area, because what I want is access to this panel here. Now it's not actually the plot area I want the series. So I'm just going to click this down pointing arrow and just go to series. Because when you click on series, you get these bars here. And this is how you control what you're seeing on the chart. So I'm just going to open up the series options. And from map area here, I'm going to choose only regions with data. And that's going to zero in so that we're only seeing the regions that actually have data in them. So all the rest of the world has been dropped out. And for map labels, I would like some labels. So I'm just going to choose show all just so you can see what's happening here. So we're getting all of the names here, or most of the ones that we need, but we're missing Denmark here. If we choose best fit only, then Denmark's going to be totally removed. Now in terms of the colors here, we can click on series color, and right now we're using just two colors. So we can change the minimum value color. If we make it, for example, green, then we're going to see greens through to blues, according to how many support tickets there are per 1,000 customers. Now it's also possible to choose a diverging 3-color chart where you're seeing them by a different set of colors. You can just choose what makes best sense to you. For this series though, we will need to give the series a heading because otherwise it just reads series right now. So I'm going back to my chart and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose edit data because that's going to bring back my little worksheet here. And I'm going to put in a series heading. So instead of this series here, I'm going to copy and paste my series heading from my Excel worksheet. So I'm just going to paste that in. Of course, you could type it in yourself. And when I do that, you can see that that's appearing as the legend. Now, if you don't want that to be in the legend, if you prefer it to be in the chart title, we're just going to go back to editing our data and we'll just take out that title entirely. I'm just going to delete it and instead I'm just going to put it in as the chart title instead of the series title. Now to get the word Denmark into this chart, we're going to use a text box. So what I'm going to do is click outside my chart. I'm going to choose Insert and then Text Box. I'm going to draw out a small text box and just type Denmark. I'm going to format it so that it matches the text that's used elsewhere in the chart. I'm thinking that's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to take my little text box and I'm just going to place it over Denmark. It's not an ideal solution, but it is a way of working around the fact that some of these labels are just not going to appear when the countries are smaller than the word is. Now, in removing the title from the series, I'm just left with Series 1. So if you want to get rid of Series 1, you're going to need to do more than just delete something. You're going to have to put something in here. I'm actually just going to hit the space bar a couple of times and just close the dialog. It's not a particularly recommended way of doing things, but it will get rid of that heading that we really didn't want to see. Now, in terms of the chart itself, if you want some additional formats, you can go to the Format tab, and we could, for example, put an edge on our chart here. There are other options available with the chart selected in the Format area that you can choose from, just in terms of formatting the general look of the box that the chart is in. But that's a fairly easy way of getting data into a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation slide where the data is actually mapped onto something that is more visual than perhaps a table of data would be. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results every time, then you'll love my other YouTube videos. So give this video a thumbs up and click to subscribe to the channel. And on the screen now, you'll see a video that I've handpicked for you to watch next.